The diameter of each wheel of a bicycle is 24 inches. If you are traveling at a speed of 36 miles per hour on this bicycle, through how many revolutions per minute are the wheels turning? This particular problem is asking us to relate angular velocity, revolutions per minute, how quickly the bike's wheels are turning. Revolutions is asking how many times it makes one complete turn in a minute. So it's asking us to relate this angular velocity to this linear velocity, 36 miles per hour. The way we typically describe speed in traveling objects is linear velocity, because it's telling you how far, using a linear measurement of miles, something is going in a given amount of time. So my in order to relate miles per hour to revolutions per minute, we basically need to do conversions. We need to convert from miles to revolutions and from hours to minutes. In order to convert from miles to revolutions, we have to consider the information that we're given about the bicycle. That is, that the diameter of the bicycle is 24 inches, because the size of a wheel determines how many revolutions, how far a bicycle goes when it makes a revolution. Well, as we look at this wheel traveling, we can see that as it makes one revolution, that revolution is, the wheel moves the distance of its circumference. So one revolution essentially is equal to the circumference of a bicycle wheel, or any wheel for that matter. So for this problem, So for this problem, we'll have to do a number of conversions. So we'll need to keep in mind what the various conversion factors are. So the one that I just said is the fact that one revolution equals the circumference of this bicycle wheel. And remember, circumference equals pi times diameter, and this bicycle wheel's diameter is 24 inches. So that would be 24 pi. This is in inches. So we know that one revolution equals 24 pi inches. Remember, I said we wanted to convert from miles to revolutions, not from so what we need to do is figure out how many inches are in 36 miles. So let's remember the other conversion factors we need to know, which are that 12 inches equals 1 foot, that 5,280 feet equal 1 mile. So when we do this algebraically, if we think about the units, that'll help us know how to do these conversions. So 36 miles over 1 hour. To convert to convert this 36 miles, we need to convert. Let's start with converting from miles to feet. So that's 5,280 feet in 1 mile. That way we can see that these miles will cancel out. And then to convert from the feet that we now have to inches, we need to consider that 12 inches equals 1 foot. And essentially what happens here is that the foot will cancel out. And now the value of this will give us inches, but it gives us inches per hour. And what we want is inches per minute. And you know that 1 hour equals 60 minutes. And when we do this multiplication, 36 times 5,280 times 12 divided by 60, what we will get is a number of inches over minutes. When you do this in the calculator, it may very well just look like this, multiplying the numerator to get this number of inches, 2,280,960. And then when we divide by the denominator, which is 60, we'll get 3,800, excuse me, we'll get 38,016 inches. And remember, our denominator is in per minute because we divided out the hours. But we didn't want inches per minute. Remember, we wanted revolutions per minute. So we need to use the fact that one revolution equals 24 pi inches for this particular bicycle wheel. So we would need to say one revolution, since that's what we want to end up with, divided by 24 pi inches, because now when we're doing our unit analysis, we can see that our inches will cancel out and we'll end up with revolutions per minute. So when we take the 38,016 and divide it by the circumference. So the final answer is 504.2 revolutions per minute.